Hey guys, update video. This is video number 2. I did a base video on this greenhouse build a few weeks ago. So this is where I am now. The base turned out really good. It's supporting well. I think I will go back after seeing the lumber and hauling the lumber and building the walls and feeling the weight of the walls. I think I'll come back, especially on the high side, and just frame to the ground on each side and dig out a little and just pour me a little concrete footing just there and probably where the beams meet. Other than that, I'm gonna have gravel packed under it because the siding will go all the way to the ground and I can pack gravel on the inside. So I feel like that's gonna be okay, but everything's gone nicely. Put a 612 on this one. This is gonna be my greenhouse, but I'm actually gonna use it as a hothouse in the summer to grow some hydroponic tomatoes, cucumbers, squash and whatnot. So I've got this Ryan greenhouse over here in the distance, but it's so low to the ground that my tomatoes last year hit the roof and stopped fruiting. So what I hadn't done yet, I've got my purlins going on this side. I did 2-foot centers, which ought to be fine. I'm just supporting the tough text on the top. I've got my Dutch door built. I just hadn't mounted it yet. I'm gonna make it where the top will swing open by itself, where I can keep it open during the summer. You know, I want bees and stuff to come in. I'll have a lower vent here and here that at about 80 degrees will come on with an exhaust fan on the other gable end, blowing out the hot air. So I'll also have 2 automatic opening vents on this wall and 1 on this wall, possibly a second one. Just so they'll be open, you know, when it hits about 75 degrees. I want, you know, like I said, I want bees and stuff in there pollinating for me. So that'll keep it from getting too hot on my fruit. I hadn't really run into any issues yet. The ridge beam was hard by myself. What I did, I just built 2, and that's not what I built, that's something extra, but I just built me 2 kind of ridge supports on each side and sat it up in there. Had to use the Pythagorean theorem to get the rafter length, and then I did decide to do a little bit of an overhang because I'm going to put a gutter on the fascia board and use some rain barrels to catch water. I also happen to live on the river, so I'm also going to be able to pump water in from the river if it doesn't rain enough, which is kind of just a bonus. Plus the river water has a really good pH. I use it on my other plants in the ground. So that's kind of where we are. I don't know if I'm going to stain it a brown mahogany type stain yet or a white acrylic stain. So any suggestions, I'm open. So probably my next update will be when everything's framed out completely and painted, or I mean stained, whatever color I decide to go with. So anybody has any suggestions, that's how I do most of my work, is researching YouTube. I've probably watched 100 videos just on greenhouse framing. So it's turned out good so far. Hope this helps somebody.